Top 10 Most Dangerous Roads in the World. It can be a lot of fun to take to the open road while you travel or even as your vacation itself. The majority of roads are generally safe. However, some are riskier than others. Many hazardous roads result in the deaths of dozens or even hundreds of people each year. Your life could be taken by someone else with just one careless action. Consider if you would want to avoid the world's deadliest highways or take in the scenery and excitement. Number 10. Norway's Atlantic Ocean Drive. Several places in Norway, such as the Atlantic Ocean Drive, offer stunning views. There are parts of this road that are very safe to travel on, but there are other parts that are dangerous. The longest and deadliest section of the road is 5.2 miles, 8 kilometers, long. It travels from Uthiem on Avery to the mainland via an archipelago in the Mreog Romsdal County. This road is hazardous because of the water and its angle. Almost 300 meters of the bridge rise at an awkward angle. The bridge's curvature forms a wind tunnel in the winter. Moreover, the ocean batters this area of land. Your life could be in danger if you're unlucky and decide to proceed through a storm while driving. For comparison, that section of the road experienced at least a dozen storms merely during construction in 1983. The risk is therefore not negligible. Number 9. Turkey's Bayburt D915 car. There are 29 hairpin curves on this 66-mile road in Turkey. There are no barriers or railings on any of those bends or any other part of the route. So, your driving abilities are the only thing keeping you from unintentionally driving over the brink. Because of how hazardous the route is, some of it is closed throughout the winter. There are occasions when it is just impassable due to hazardous weather and blizzards. Heavy snowfall, avalanches, or landslides could kill you even if you drive carefully. Although extremely hazardous, this road is frequently used. Locals utilize it frequently on almost all forms of transportation. Number 8. In Alaska, the Dalton Highway. Between Deadhorse and the Elliott Highway, the Dalton Highway or Dalton Pass stretches for 414 miles, 666 kilometers. Truckers frequently utilize this road to travel to or from the Prudhoe Bay oil fields even though it is treacherous. There are several risks on this road. First off, because it is in Alaska, it is susceptible to the state's possible avalanches and chilly, strong winds. Besides difficult terrain, the course has poor sight. It is not entirely paved, either. This route is not only hazardous but given how distant it is from medical facilities, much alone eateries or petrol stations, even a minor mishap might easily become fatal. If you become stuck without supplies, you may easily starve to death. How far is it without any resources or stops? 240 miles. Any vehicle using this route will therefore probably be equipped with survival goods and equipment. Even still, many experienced ice truck drivers won't even think about traveling on Dalton Highway in the dead of winter. Number 7. Pakistan's Ferry Meadows Route. The Ferry Meadows Road is one of Pakistan's deadliest thoroughfares. 16.2 kilometers of this route are located in Gilgit, Baltistan. You won't ever have a strong grip because the entire road is constructed of gravel rather than pavement. The route includes tight twists and is at a very high altitude, in addition to the unstable nature of the gravel. Like many of the roads on our list, there are no guardrails or obstacles to stop you from falling and dying. Number 6. China's Guillian Tunnel Route. It seems commendable to build a road to a village that was previously essentially inaccessible. Yet, the Guillian Tunnel Road that leads to the village of Guillian as a result is also extremely risky. Because of the lengthy 5-year construction process and the use of explosives, the construction itself proved hazardous. This road's design contributes to some of its risks. Nobody is certain if it is structurally sound. Given that it is just 3.5 meters broad and 600 meters tall at its highest point, this is alarming. It is barely 5.4 meters high as well. This implies that two cars can just about pass one another, depending on your point of view. The road is 1.2 kilometers or 0.75 miles long. The region is vulnerable to natural problems in addition to concerns about its structural soundness. Guardrails and lights are absent. There are several trenches and the area is prone to rockfalls. Moreover, this region is vulnerable to mudslides, intense fog, and other hazardous circumstances. Number 5. Karakoram Highway between China and Pakistan. Pakistan and China are connected by this road. The road's landslides pose the biggest concern, and it is 800 kilometers long. Nonetheless, it is also vulnerable to avalanches, excessive snowfall, and flooding. The road had a bad reputation, to begin with due to the 1,000 construction workers that died. Construction began in 1959, and a mix of landslides and fatalities caused the deaths. Landslides and falling into gorges are two common causes of death today. Strangely, despite the danger and lethal nature of the journey, this is still a very popular tourist route. Its natural beauty is what draws people in. Number 4. India's killer Tappanji Road. This route runs through the mountainous region of Kishtwar in northern India for 113 kilometers or 70 miles. There have been hundreds of recorded deaths, and experts think there may be an equal number that has gone undetected. Several elements at play increase the danger of this route, similar to many of the other fatal roads on this list. The cliffs are among the steepest dangerous roads. To begin with, sharp falls of more than 500 meters is present. There aren't any guardrails or barriers to prevent you from falling. In addition, there are several rocky overhangs and hazardous ground. Similar to the Guillian tunnel road, this road's structural integrity as built by the villagers is a worry. Even worse, there haven't been many repairs made to it since it was constructed hundreds of years ago. Just one car can fit on this narrow, dirt route at a time. In the winter, mudslides and low visibility are issues. As a result, the road is only officially available during the summer. Number 3. Bolivia's North Yungas Road. A combination of the North Yungas Road's height, narrowness, and absence of guardrails has given it the unofficial distinction of being the most perilous highway in the world. The 80-kilometer, 50-mile route connects Karakoram and La Paz. The Cordillera Oriental mountain range includes this road. The highest point of the Bolivian route rises 15,091 feet, 600 meters, above sea level. This is extremely risky because there are no guardrails and the road is only 3.5 meters wide. The North Yungas Road has several other unofficial nicknames besides the world's most perilous route. Up until roughly 2006, 200 to 300 people would perish on the route each year, earning it the nickname Road of Death. But in 2006, paving, greater width, and guardrails were all added in some places. Driving on this route is undoubtedly still perilous, even though it isn't as lethal as it formerly was. Number 2. The Russian Siberian route to Yakutsk. The main dangers on the Siberian road to Yakutsk are the extreme cold and isolation. This is the only location outside of Antarctica where we have measured the coldest temperatures, so you can get a sense of how chilly this route can be in the winter. Just think about how wearing glasses makes the metal stick to your face. Even though the ice throughout the winter is awful enough, the summer isn't any better. The ice turns to mud in the summer and is just waiting to trap you. Yet, this is the only route into and out of Yakutsk. As a result, it is still widely employed. You must always have emergency supplies on hand because it is the only road. If you get stuck, there's a good likelihood that whatever ensnared you will also trap anyone who comes to assist you. Number 1. New Zealand's Skipper's Canyon. Due to its numerous unpaved stretches and hills, Skipper's Canyon is a distinctive route in New Zealand. More than 140 years ago, as the 19th century was coming to an end, the road was initially built. It was hand-carved by miners to aid travelers in navigating the mountains in search of gold. The route is relatively small, unpaved, and includes several steep turns. Due to this confluence, driving must be done with extreme skill. You can get an idea of how risky it is by the fact that most auto insurance policies don't cover accidents that occur on this route. Despite this, it continues to draw tourists who wish to take in breathtaking vistas. What do you think about this video? Do let us know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from us again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go.